everybody, welcome back to Rachel and Bella Crafts. Rachel here, hope you're well. So we have been working our way through this cute little journal topper, or just an envelope flip file folder, whichever you prefer to use yours for. I probably am not going to get away with using mine as a journal topper because I started with a rather large envelope. But who knows, never mind, I might have something that large in the future. But either way, as a standalone, it's still super cute. So I have added a few extra little bits to mine because I've been looking at all your photographs on Facebook and on Instagram, and basically you guys are just everywhere doing the challenge and it's brilliant. I noticed you've added some little extra bits and pieces in, so I've had a bit of a play and try to catch up with you guys now. So I had one of these little altered paper clips left over from when we were working on them last month. I popped that on the front of there, put a little bit of lace on here because I didn't want to cover over my little girl. She's cute. I've just popped some bits of ephemera in there. Again, I put a lace band on the front here because obviously I noticed a lot of you were saying, you know, it was getting quite thick and quite filled out. So that's always a great alternative to adding any extra pockets, is just a little bit of lace or fabric. But I wanted to put lace on it because I love that image underneath that I used. So at least when you've got lace there, you can still see the page underneath, can't you? Well, mostly anyway. So I just popped some of my flashcard ephemera in there because I thought that looked rather nice. Again, then I've gone on and started stuffing this pocket here with bits of ephemera, one thing another. So that one there is done as well. And the same with this one here. This is my accidentally stuck pocket, if you recall. Made a lot of mistakes on this topper. I hope you guys haven't made any mistakes. I hope you've allowed the mistakes all to be made by me, and then you guys learn, and I hope that's how it's gone anyway, and you haven't just blindly followed me. I've stuck down some of my pockets. So this was one of the ones that we made the other day. I put that, you know, I've stuck it together, I've stitched it together and put it down as one. So there's a pocket at the back there, and then there's a pocket in the middle as well. And again, that's out to one of our freebies on our coffee page. And then I popped this pocket then, the wraparound one, on here. Oh, I forgot I had a little pocket in front of it. I'll have to find something to pop in there now, won't I? And then I've stuffed that as well. So all I've got left to do now is I would like to make a journal card, and I will probably work on that later out of one of those. Do you remember I showed you my book of masterboards? So I will possibly try and get one of those embossed after, and then I can use that then, maybe that one, because that's got some of the pieces in there, isn't it? Or that one. Oh, that was quite nice actually. But I'll pop one of those in my embossing machine after, and then I'll use that to make a journaling card to go in the back. But I didn't want to add too much bulk in here because she's already quite thick because of all the triple pockets and everything else, but I think she's just right now. So what I'm going to look at now is showing you how to make a topper and a closure. Now obviously, yes, this is ideal for this, but you don't just have to do it on this project. This is what I'm trying to make. This would be ideal for in fact, let me open that up a bit. This would be ideal for you know, any front of a journal. Really simple process, and just a, you know, really great, easy all-rounder just to finish off the front of any kind of journal or file folder you're making. So I've gone ahead and prepped my pieces so you're not watching me cut and tear and everything else. So I've got a piece of fabric which I felt matched my colour theme. I'm going to use that as the back in. I haven't decided which way up yet, that way possibly. And then I am going to use, I've got a piece of music paper, and I've already torn that, and I've purposely torn it so it's a bit jaggedy, and I've also gone ahead and inked. Oh, I missed a bit there. There we go. So that will go on top of the fabric, just like so. Oops, straighten that up. And then I have chosen one of the beautiful postcards from the Letters of Love kit. This is one of the journal cards on there. And I've cut that out, and I have inked around that ready as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch this, not onto here obviously, but I'm going to stitch these three together. And then I'm going to add this cute little letter. I'm going to pop that by there, just like that, because obviously it's my Letters of Love kit. But what I also would like to do before I stick that down, I've got a length of ribbon here. It was the only thing I could find that was semi-appropriate in colour. And we are going to then add some of this to this. So I'll explain that in a moment. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stitch now my front bits, so that's a little plate then ready to be stuck to the front, and then I will explain to you then what I'm going to do about the closure. So be back in a minute. There we go. So that is all stitched there. Now I just used a bit of a running stitch. By running stitch is literally like a wiggly stitch. If you don't have that setting on your sewing machine, I believe you can lift the foot and kind of like free move, but just watch your fingers. So yeah, I just think that looks quite cute on there. So what I'm going to do now, let me just tuck that in case I forget. No, it doesn't go in there. It goes in there, because I need to make sure these measurements are right. Well, it's kind of irrelevant. I've got one strip of ribbon and it's going to have to fit, so it's as simple as that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece of ribbon and I am going to secure it underneath, only the one side obviously, I'm going to secure it underneath this piece of fabric here. Okay, just like so. And then I want to just make sure about where that's going to be tying then. So just make sure when you're putting your closure on, look at, because we're going to tie it, so you need to think, you know, if you've got something on there that you want, that you can see, that you would like to keep poking out, you obviously don't want that being disturbed then by a closure. Also, if this envelope here is lower down as mine is, you don't want the closure to be too low down either. So I'm quite happy with that there. I think that'll look all right in the center there. So I'm going to go for there, specifically there. That's very technical sounding, isn't it? Why didn't my glue? It was right in front of me earlier because I used it. Oh, there it is. Hiding behind the hand cream. Very naughty. Right, so I'm going to pop that down there a second. Put a bit of glue. And then place that over there. And that should hold that there quite nicely. And then I'm going to just pop some glue around my topper. Okay. I was initially doing that on camera then. And after about a minute to a minute and a half of gluing, I suddenly thought, yeah, this has gone on longer than I thought. They really don't need to listen to me gluing this. So I cut it. There we go, look, see? Thinking of you always. I hope that's straight on there now. It's so hard to tell from this angle. It's probably not. Perhaps jolt her down just a notch there, maybe. There, that's better. There. How's that? That's better. Right, okay. Now, what we're then going to do is take this around to the back. Again, making sure everything's straight so it's in the right place. And then we need something then to run across the top of this, okay? I had a strip by the side of me. Where has it gone? Oh, that'll do. That'll do just fine. Yep, perfect. Just a scrap. Just something to kind of secure that into place. Now, if you're using this as a journal topper, then the strip will be sufficient. That'll be fine. It covers it over. It keeps the tie in place. And nobody's going to see it because you're going to put it on top of a journal, right? However, if you're not using it as a journal topper, as probably I'm not actually, I'm going to put a strip over it anyway, just to kind of give it a bit more, you know, stability. But you then want to think about what you're going to place over the back. Now, I tend to put a piece of either pattern paper on there or a piece of coffee dye paper on there, just in case somebody wants to put some notes on there. But what would be more preferable, if you're not going to use it as a journal topper and you are actually going to just use it as a flip file folder, you might want to put another pocket on the back, in which case you want to put something pretty and patterned and then a pocket on the back of there. So that's probably what I will do. But I'm not going to do that tonight because you guys don't need to sit there watching me do that. These are meant to be quick demonstrations. Plus you're all busting to find out what the big news is, aren't you? I know that's why you're really tuned in. You thought I'd forgotten, didn't you? No, I haven't forgotten. I just got to get this done first. Right, so let's pop that on there. There we are. And then as I've put too much glue on there, I may as well add a bit more just to cover it over, otherwise it'll stick on my desk. There we are. Right, so that's that bit done. Ignore how untidy that looks. I'll deal with all that later. And as I say, if you're putting it on top of a journal, it won't matter anyway. Right, now, the next point is now, you're going to want to bring this up and you're going to be thinking about how big you want your bow, one thing another. So I'm literally just going to cut this in half now, because obviously I didn't cut it before because I wasn't quite sure how much I was going to need underneath. So at least now I know how much I got left to play with. And now I can make a little pretty bow. And then hopefully, turn that round. So the whole point of having the lovely pretty ribbon rich is for everyone to be able to see it. Anyway, I'm just trying not to yank too hard on it because my glue is drying. Oh well, something like that anyway. It's hard to do a bow when you don't want to pull on the ends of the ribbon, isn't it? And there we are. There we have our lovely, cute little envelope flip file journal topper, or just a file folder. Depends what you want to use it for. I really don't mind. I hope you enjoyed crafting along to this project with me. I know I've had a lot of fun and making our things yesterday. What do I do with them? Oh, they're in my little box over here. Oh, I ought to add one really, shouldn't I? Let's have a look. Which one should we put on there? Because these were a lot of fun and I've loved looking at your photos of the ones you've all made. Okay, so I said on the front of my video, the news you've all been waiting for. Well, I do have some very exciting news for you all. I've been super excited to tell everybody, but I had to just finalise a few things first. So, we are quite excited to tell you that we are organising and are booking our very first retreat. Crafting retreat, junk journalers retreat. In fact, anybody's welcome, but it is primarily for the junk journaling community because we have scrapbooking retreats here in the UK. I've not yet come across one that is, even if it is, it's not very well advertised because I have done no end of research for weeks and weeks and weeks. I've been looking to see if there were any junk journal retreats and I haven't come across one as yet. So we're going to organise our own because people keep on asking me, are we going to have one? Are we going to do one? Why don't you do one? And I don't know, it was just a crazy idea I had a couple of weeks back and mentioned it to some of the girls, and then one of the ladies asked in the Facebook group if anybody else had been to one, and then the response to that was tremendous, and I just thought, oh, we really need to give this a go. So we're going to give it a go. So it's in June. We've booked the most beautiful farm. Well, it's not a farm now. It's been converted to holiday home accommodation. We have booked out the whole of the accommodation. So we'll have the whole farm to ourselves as a farmhouse, and there's 2 converted outside buildings. Beautiful. And we've got a barn to craft in. This beautiful big barn for us to craft in. So if anybody would like to come, if anybody's interested in booking on, please get in contact with me because places are limited and some have already gone already. So it's already started taking bookings before I'd even told anybody. But yeah, so as I say, it's in June. It is midweek, so it'll be Monday through to Wednesday. So it'll be 2 full days of crafting, 2 nights accommodation, all your meals, breakfast, dinner, tea, or breakfast, lunch, dinner, depends which part of the country you come from. And we're just going to have a blast. And it is literally going to be for junk journaling, crafting and well-being because I'm really on that. I think that's really important. We are literally just going to be surrounded by fields and hills and it's just stunning. It's absolutely breathtaking. I did take a little clip video as I was leaving because Bella and I went to view it last week. That's where I was going. That's why I was excited to tell you about. Look, and I did love it, which I will show you at the end when the video finishes. If you want to have a quick look, check it out. But there will be a specific group for it on Facebook. So if you message me on Facebook if you are interested in booking on, and then we'll take some details, and then once we've done all that, then I will invite you to the Facebook group and you'll be able to see all the information, everything in there, and you can all chat and stuff beforehand and plan and everything else. But yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited and I can't wait. And we have provisionally booked a second one for October, so hopefully the first one will be a great success, and if so, then we'll be able to do a second one then late October, end of October time. So yes, if you are interested, please do drop me a message. I have got some information that I can send out to you then, so you'll be able to see what it's all about. I am putting together a little video to kind of, you know, so you can have a little look and see what it's all about and where we're going and everything. But yes, so that's our big exciting news. Always so excited. So much going on. It's fabulous. So drop me a message on Facebook, on my Facebook page, as in Rachel Walters, preferably not Rachel and Bella. If you can't find me, message me on Rachel and Bella account on there. But otherwise, if you're in our Facebook group, just knock me a message on there and I'll pick it up straight away, because I will be looking out for it. It's not exclusive. If you don't live in the UK, you're more than welcome to come along. But obviously I know that's travel dependent on any of you. So if any of you fancy taking your summer holiday in Wales this year, you're more than welcome to come over and come and join in and come and stay with us on our retreat. In fact, we'd love to have you. So yeah, super exciting. We're going to have a brilliant year this year. I'm absolutely determined. The community is just getting bigger and stronger, and it's going to be great. So I'm going to leave you with that today, guys. I hope you get your little toppers finished, because tomorrow we'll be moving on to something else. And if there's anything you've missed, just give me a shout and I'll try and direct you. I've tried to keep it as simple as I can. Obviously, bits in the top, entirely up to you how you finish those off, and I didn't want to stuff any more in because they'd have all been like really bulgy, but you've got the idea, so I'm sure we will revisit this again in the future. But for now, that's it from me, so I'll see you all very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.